We'll kind of get started here just again on off of Cal, kind of wrapping that up after watching the video. A little bit what I said after the game. I think the line of scrimmage was a problem. The physicality we did not match of Cal, and so we got to keep on working at that. I think the big thing too, our negative plays. I mean, I think we had minus 60 yards, some bunch of sacks, and you just can't get anything going offensively to. And we need a spark, we need some momentum in games, and our offense we struggle. So credit to Cal on that, and we're back to work. Looking forward to playing this team. Colorado's done a great job. Another coach in this league I got a ton of respect for. Mike McIntyre's done a great job there. I think he's been there 6 or 7 years. Just impressive to see him kind of just totally overhaul that program, and now he's got them winning a bunch of games. Enjoy this stadium too. I think the atmosphere is great at this place. Been there quite a few times now as a coach, and so we know where we're headed to that way with the energy that'll be in the place and all of that. So looking forward to another opportunity this week and getting back to work.
Well, we might as well start with the first topic, the quarterbacks. Who practiced yesterday?
So Luton did practice a little bit. Conor did not. And then Coletto practiced. And so it was a brief, we were only out there about 40 minutes of actually practicing. They did some running after that. But those two guys did practice. I wouldn't say Luton's full speed yet, but we're hoping he'll practice tomorrow.
Where's Conor at this point?
He's in the concussion protocol, and so again, no practice yesterday. They continue to repeatedly test him each day, and so depending on how that goes, we'll know his availability by the end of the week.
And so, how do you play out this week then with the quarterbacks? It sounds like Luton is still no better than 50-50.
Yeah, we'll try to continue to advance his reps if he can on Tuesday, Wednesday. Obviously, Coletto is healthy; he'll practice, and we'll play the guys that can practice. I'll just have but those guys are for sure on Tuesday, Wednesday are the ones taking the reps, and then we'll kind of see where Conor's at by Thursday's practice.
And then Jamar, did he practice yesterday? Or?
He did limited amount of just stretching, light jogging type thing. Again, yesterday's practice where it was, we were only out there a short amount of time, and the amount of team reps we did was very limited.
What do you expect to see from him?
Hopefully he can. I think I'm optimistic he on Saturday could go unless he has some type of setback. But again, you know how these muscle things are that can be hit and miss.
Jonathan, just after the game on Saturday, Jack had played that second half. Going back and looking, what did you like from him? I know you said there's some throws you want to have back, some things you do.
Yeah.
What did you like when you can kind of sit back and see, and what can you use that for this weekend to help him, if he needs to go on Saturday?
I think the guy plays hard, and sometimes it's hard to recognize that out of a quarterback position because it's not really a physical position. And so the effort he played within the pocket, he tucked the ball and ran sometimes. I think, he might have missed just a couple in regards to coverage recognition, maybe going to a different spot, but not many. So I like the effort he plays with, and I think the kid will continue to improve the more chances he gets out there. He does give us a little bit of element in the quarterback run game as well, which we would use if he's out there.
Jeremy Reichner, Isaiah Dunn, and Hodgins were all guys that were kind of questionable coming into the game. Did they get out of that game healthy, and what would potentially be their status moving forward for Saturday?
I think they did come out of the game healthy. Reichner, first time playing, wasn't perfect in any ways, but he had probably more soreness than maybe the other guys just because he hasn't played, but he was back and going a little bit yesterday. So I think all three of those guys are, plan to practice and go.
You talked after the game about reevaluating maybe your preparation and things like that. What were the last 24 hours like? Did you reevaluate yet? Will you reevaluate moving forward?
We talked about it as a staff too, because we did like what we got done, the bye week and things, but we obviously didn't like the result yesterday. And so I think we looked at a little bit of just the amount of practice time, really the few days leading up to the game, because they were getting into the middle of the season now. I think you look at that. I'm confident in what we're doing, and I think our coaches are too, of like the schemes and where we're putting in these guys in positions. We know we got to grow and improve, and so it's that fine line of keep on doing what you're doing and knowing the light is at the end of the tunnel. At the same time, the immediate results are not coming, so it's hard not to want to make drastic changes. But again, I'm confident in what we're doing, and we're going to just continue to work to get better at it.
Along those same lines of the drastic changes, you've pretty much had the same starting 11 on both sides, a few different changes. Will you look at reevaluating that at all moving forward?
You know, those spots are earned. And you know, we've started a couple different spots. You know, inside linebackers rotated a little bit. We got a bunch of guys rotating in the game. And so, yeah, we got 11 starters that go out there, but we play more than 11 on each side of the ball.
With your, obviously the record's 1-6, you had a game like Saturday. When you watched the video from Saturday, are you looking a little more at seeing if there's certain guys aren't giving effort because you, in addressing that with them? Because it
Right.
seems natural at this point, you know, it's tough and.
Yep.
I mean, do you look a little harder for the effort stuff from guys or?
Well, we're always looking, and I will say the only real glimpse I thought that all of a sudden we weren't given the same type of effort was the start of the second half, when they go right down and score and with about 4 plays, and I was like, hold on here. I will say I thought they rallied and did, you know, regrouped, played harder with better effort the rest of the half, and so we do got our eyes on that, and we'll keep our eyes on that. But I will say I do think the kids are working, and not just on Saturdays, throughout the week.
Hey, Coach. So obviously you take what you can from the loss and see where you need to improve. What do you tell your team as far as having a short memory about that game and kind of looking ahead?
Well, I think it's the same progression we've been telling them from the get-go of, like, we want to go out and compete, and then we got to learn and improve from every opportunity on Saturdays. And so that's been the same approach of trying to learn from the previous game and then get ready for our next opponent.
2 weeks of Artavis back. How's he doing physically, and what do you think of him progressing coming back after being off?
Yeah, he's progressed. I mean, I still want to get him out in the open field a little bit and where he can really go, and we haven't gotten that, especially on Saturday. But the kid's working. Did some good things in regards to recognition of pass protection. You know, 'cause sometimes all we think about is when he's carrying the ball, but he made a great catch on 4th down by the goal line. So we like AP.